Hi again, welcome back. Today I'm going to demonstrate the source monitor. You may say, why do we need a source monitor when we have the program monitor? But they are completely independent of each other. And I'm going to show you today how I normally use the source monitor for quickly compiling my videos. So I'm going to bring in some hiking photos by going to files and folders, and I've got them in this one folder here. I'm just going to shift click and click the first and the last and then click open, and that brings them into the source, into the project assets. So I'm going to click on the first one and again use Control A to select them all, and then I'm going to right click anywhere and just say open in source monitor, and the source monitor pops up. I like to keep this floating, and I can now actually close down the project assets. So I've got the source monitor floating next to the program monitor, and that gives me the timeline using the full extent of the screen. And I can go now to the first clip and start to mark it. If we use this little kind of hamburger menu here and click on it, you can see there's all the clips in the source monitor. So I'm going to click the first one, and I'm going to just mark an in point here. And in this new version of Premiere Elements 2026, we can now use the keyboard shortcuts. We were always able to just click with the mouse on these points here, but we can now quickly use the I and the O key on the keyboard, and then we can use the comma key to insert to the timeline. So this makes a very efficient way of assembling the sequence. So let me use the I key here to start with, and the O key there, and then the comma, and you can see it quickly gets put onto the onto the timeline. Let me just make this a little bit smaller so we can see more easily what is happening. I simply go to the next and choose the next one in order, and again and I need a small part of this O, and then comma, and you can see it's been added to the timeline. So then we go to the next piece of footage. I need a small piece of this one, so let's move start the in point there and the out point there. That will do, and then comma, and you can see the sequence is starting to gradually build up nicely. And the next clip is just general walking through a cornfield, so I and O and comma, and then go to the next piece, and again this is walking into the churchyard, so I just want to start it there where we're coming in. I and O and comma, and then this final piece is where we're arriving at the restaurant for our lunch. So again, move the playhead round to about there, I and O and comma, and that's it. So I can now close down the source monitor. I've got all the pieces that I need on the timeline, and I can start to make some editing. These are actually shot on my DSLR camera, and they're overexposed. I mean, the sky is really blown out. What I can do is use an adjustment layer. So if I now go back to the project assets and click on this little icon at the bottom here called new item and choose adjustment layer, and it creates an adjustment layer in the project assets, and I can drag that onto video 2. And if I drag it out above all of the clips, I can then just apply a single edit, and it will apply to all the clips below. So let's just drag this out to the end of the clip like that. And if I select it, make sure it's highlighted, I can go to the tools panel, and I can use these sliders for adjusting. So I'm going to actually pull back the highlights all the way back, and that's improved the sky slightly. Bring the whites down as well a little bit. Shadows can come down, and even just the exposure a touch, not too much. And I think that's much better, and if I kind of drag the playhead along, you can see that that's applied that same adjustment to every single clip that is below it, and that's looking much better. I might actually just add a little bit of contrast, I think, just to give them a little bit of a boost, and yeah, I think that will do. And what I want to do is I've unclicked this little button here, which actually separates the audio and the video. So I can now delete the audio because it contains a lot of wind noise that's been picked up by the camera microphone. So I'm going to just drag across all of these and then just right click and choose clear. And then I can add a music track instead, which will be much better. So let's go to the audio panel, and I think I'm going to just choose acoustic actually. And see what we have here around nature. That will do. I think I'm going to drag that onto audio 1, and I'm going to just cut it. So I'm going to go back to the scissor or razor tool and go to the end and just cut it. Back to the selection tool, select the end bit, and again click clear. So let's play this full screen for a quick look. And there we have it. That's a quick way to assemble your timeline using the benefits of the source monitor. I hope you found this interesting. And until next time, thanks for watching. Bye bye.